こんばんは。
こんばんは。
こんばんは。満月の夜に会いましょうの5回目です。5回目？あ、間違えた。4回目。それ、4回目でした。皆さん、こんにちは。
こんにちは、皆さん。And hello and welcome to the fourth Moonlight Sessions for Google Educator Group Nagoya.
Yes. じゃあ、
スライドデックシェアしましょう。
はい。
We're going to share a slide deck here for you and walk you through a few things because we've got our man Ramzi Ramzi here tonight.
Yeah.
Hello. Good evening.
Good evening. We've got a proper introduction for you in just a moment, Ramzi, but we're going to talk about gaming in the classroom. はい、今日のテーマは、国枝さん、どうぞ。
はい、今日のテーマは、ラムジさんを迎えて、ゲームを授業に取り入れるっていうのをちょっとチャレンジしてみたいと思います。よろしくお願いします。
よろしくお願いします。All right, a bit of gaming in the classroom. So, tonight's menu from Kunie and then Steve.
そう、いや、すいません。メニューが見えない。まず、最初は GEG の紹介をします。その後、ラムジ先生から、ゲームについてお話ししてもらって、その最後にデモスラムを、やりたいと思います。私たちで。はい、よろしくお願いします。
That's right. In English, we're going to, Ramzi is going to be talking about gaming in the classroom, and then we're going to do the leaders' demo slams, and then talk about the upcoming events.
Yes. いや、ちょっと、はい、では、ちょっとスライドが見えなくてごめんなさい。
大丈夫です。
じゃあ GEG、まず GEG とはっていうことで GEG について話したいと思います。まず GEG 名古屋は名古屋にある。もちろん名古屋の地域、名古屋にあります。そこのスライドにあるような名古屋城がある地域です。はい。で、Google の、エデュケーターグループであります。はい。では次のスライド。スライド、次の。
Go ahead, Steve.
Yeah, the Google Educator Group in Nagoya, and you can see Kunie Sensei mentioned the Nagoya Castle on the bottom right hand, and it's a moonlight session, so you can see the moon shining over the castle.
Yes. イベントに、どんなイベントをしているかっていうと、今日のようなオンラインのワークショップ、あと江戸キャンプ名古屋、それからパブナイト、それから認定教育者レベルの勉強会、それから GEG アジア地区のイベントに参加しています。はい。
Okay, we've done a number of online workshops. We have done a live EdCamp Nagoya, and we're talking about doing one online. We've done a couple of live pub nights, and we're planning on an online pub night as soon as we can get it organized. And we've had training sessions for people who want to be certified educators. We've also been very active in GEG Asia Pacific, cooperating with other groups in Asia.
Yep, and you can see a map here too where we have the Google Educator groups across Japan, and actually it's a little old, we have a few more. 右側の地図を見ると、日本中でアクティブなGoogle Educator グループのあるところなんですけど、もうちょっと増えましたので、この地図はちょっと古い。Google Educator Groups は結構活躍してます、日本で。
はい。
で、この絵は、ごめんなさい、どうぞ。
すいません。名古屋のイベント先ほど言いましたが、それぞれの写真が載ってます。エドキャンプ、それから、YouTube の今日のようなオンラインのワークショップ、あと、それぞれのテーマでもイベントをしていますので、ぜひ参加してください。
Yeah, and we're doing stuff online now. So here's some images of some of the events we've done face-to-face and online. But we do partnerships with groups like English Teachers of Japan and EdCamp. And we have online sessions like you're experiencing tonight. And hey, we have swag. We got free stuff that we give people when we do get back face-to-face. And our events do have themes like video in the classroom and student voice. どうぞ、国枝さん。
はい。じゃあ、どうやって、このイベントに参加するかっていうと、まず、ホームページがありますので、ホームページを見て、またメールをください。Twitter、Facebook などで、イベントを紹介していますので、フォローしてください。 ということで、GEG 名古屋のイベントにどしどし参加してください。GEG APAC のイベントにも参加してますので、その時はご紹介します。
So there are a number of ways to contact us. We have a GEG Nagoya webpage. We're on Twitter. We're on Facebook. Please come and present at our events and meet people live, and also come and participate in our GEG APAC events. There are many coming up in the near future.
And again, here's our social media. Social media はこちらです。今日の発表が終わったら、次のイベントについて説明します。We'll tell you about our next events towards the end of this session.
はい。
And as どうぞ。
はい、これが APAC でアジアの集まりです。はい。
Yep, we're connected with Google educator groups across the Asia Pacific region. In July, we do have a new online event that we're going to tell you about a little bit later. But if you're watching this video from outside of Japan, have a look for a Google educator group somewhere in Asia Pacific. And if you don't live in Asia, get connected with somebody from wherever you're at. We can help you with that too. But today, we've got a little introduction of our speaker today.
はい。じゃあ、ラムジ先生のご紹介、今日の、テーマについてご紹介します。ゲームの好きな人、たくさんいますよね。で、子供たちだけじゃなくて、大人も大好きです。でも、ゲームってちょっと、あまり良くないイメージがあるんですけど、でもゲームから学べることがたくさんあるって最近気がつきました。でも最初からラムジ先生はゲームについて多く熱く語っていますので、それについてお話ししていただきたいと思います。今日はなんか脱出ゲームの使い方を教えてくださるそうです。はい。
And briefly in English, you can read this yourself. Ramzi will be talking tonight about gaming in the classroom. Many students, as we all know, and their teachers play a lot of video games, and learning can be born within the exciting environment of gaming. What we can learn and link to games to apply to the classroom to enrich and enhance student learning. The use of escape games is what we're going to talk about tonight. The techniques used in video game tutorials and gaming in general will be discussed in this session. I'm looking forward to this.
Hi, and our speaker introduction.
じゃあまたラムジ先生のことについてもうちょっと詳しくお話しいたします。ラムジって両方生徒名前と名字が同じなんですけど、これは本当のことです。はい。東京を拠点とするコンピューターサイエンスと、それからインターナショナルバカロレアの数学の先生です。キングスカレッジロンドンでコンピューターサイエンスの理学士号を取り、コンピューター教育の博士号を所得しています。教室でのゲーム、そしてその学び方について、経験がとてもたくさん深いです。よろしくお願いします。あと忘れました。すいません。彼はGoogle のイノベーターでもあり、トレーナーでもあり、コーチであるという、もうとてもパワフルな人です。よろしくお願いします。
So briefly in English, Ramzi is a computer science and international baccalaureate mathematics teacher based in Tokyo with a computer science degree, honors, computing education, MA, both from King's College London. His MA focused on gaming and learning in the classroom. And he has experience teaching high school students in London, the UK, Japan, both in Japanese and English. Tonight, he's going to be speaking to us mostly in Japanese, but also in English. And he specifically enjoys teaching Python, game-based learning, anime, and rugby. He is part of the first Japan cohort of Google Certified Innovators, Google Certified Trainer, and recently a Google Certified Coach. He's an achiever, a Google achiever.
Yes, he is very googly. So we are going to stop sharing our screen. Thank you for people mentioning the banner. We took the banner off at the bottom. 皆さんの下のバナーがあったんですけど、今それをちょっと直しましたが、次はRamzi. We're turning it over to you, Ramzi, and thanks a lot for letting us know about the banner. People, we appreciate that.
Thank you very much. I feel free. もうそのbannerね。The banner was blocking me. Thank you for the lovely introduction. I think Ramzi was said maybe more than 50 times. まあ、50回以上、もうラムジー、いましたね。ちょっと、スライドを、共有いたします。I'm going to share my slides now. And give me one moment, please. There we go. Should be up any moment. Thank you. And in full screen, right? Great. Thank you very much for the lovely introduction. My name is Ramzi Ramzi. Hopefully the last time you will hear that. We don't know. And we're going to talk today about gaming in the classroom, specifically a room escape game that we're going to play together. I'm going to try and keep it short and simple and speak both in Japanese and English. ラムジと申します。好きな順番で読んでください。Google でいろいろやります。イノベートとかいろんな楽しいことやってるんですけど、そのゲームについて、の話をやっていただきます。このイベントに参加できて、光栄です。よろしくお願いします。So, brief introduction. Well, it's already been said, it's already been done. King's College London, Computer Science and Education, Computing and Education, MA, mainly focusing on gaming. I myself am an avid gamer. I love video games, and I think a lot can be learned from it. Just like we learn a lot from books, and we learn a lot from videos, movies, this kind of thing. I think the similar thing can be done with games. さっき、自己紹介していただいたんですけど、ゲームのこと大好きです。ゲームからいろいろ学べると思っています。本みたいに、そして、映画見に行って、同じ価値差が、ある、価値差があると思っていますので、ゲームからいろいろ学べると思っています。Of course, there are good games and bad games, good movies, bad movies, good books, bad books, and games are the same. いい本、悪い本、いい映画、悪い映画とか、学べるゲームと、あんまり、学ばないゲームいっぱいあるので、それも注意した方がいいかなと思っています。Very brief one slide about gaming and learning before we go into an actual room escape game, which we will be doing tonight. So there are lots of different types of games, and just my brief feelings on different types and things that can be learned from them. いろんなゲームの種類があると思っています。いろんなゲームの種類からいろいろ学べると思っています。例えば、co-op、一緒に、友達と一緒に頑張って誰かを倒すとか、チームワーク、コミュニケーション、いろんなコミュニケーションスキルをお互いに取れるし、and similar with esports, I am also the leader of the esports club at school, where we are working on a lot of these kind of skills. 学校でも e スポーツ部の担当しておりますので、いろんな楽しいことやっています。Tutorials and teaching. So one of my themes of my master's was the use of gaming tutorials and how it can be used in teaching. For example, many different types of games use many different types of tutorials, ways of teaching. Some instruct, some give you a nice environment to play in. I feel like they can be used in teaching as well. There's the very instructional style of starting a lesson. And there's sometimes where you give very little hints, but a safe environment for students to learn. こちら、チュートリアルと、ゲームのチュートリアルと、教え方についてです。ゲームの、最初のチュートリアルのやり方、いろいろあるんですけど、それは今、授業の中にも、その同じテクニックとか、そのゲームのチュートリアルのやり方が、授業の中にも使えるかなと思っています。これは私の、マスターの一つのテーマでした。Maths and logical thinking, especially in RPG style games. 数学的とか論理的な頭を作る、ゲームもあるし、特に RPG とか、数字が多いゲームとか。And of course, like I said before, there are games good for learning and not so good games for learning. Many are painted with the brush. It's bad for learning. And maybe a single game as well might have good parts and bad parts. But I don't think it should just be dismissed completely. さっき言いましたけど、いいゲームもあるし、悪いゲームもあるし、教育に対してね。だから全部悪い、そして悪いっていうわけではなく、全部のゲームの個人個人のいいところを 分かっていく、分かった方がいいかなと思っています。And language acquisition, just another one here for me personally. A lot of the Japanese I've learnt in terms of reading and speaking, for better for worse in terms of speaking, but it's acquired from a lot of video games. So do what you love. A lot of language teachers say it, whether it's music, drama, movie, and I think games is no exception to that rule. 言語を学ぶためにもすごくいいと思っています。よく、英語の先生とか、外国語の先生がその好きなことで、英語を学ぶとか、海外の、言語を学ぶとか、ゲームも同じです。ゲームも好きなこと、好きなことだったら、いろいろ、学べると思っています。Some quick examples of and emotional growth as well, lovely stories. ゲームいろんな、素晴らしい話あるなので、emotional growth も、成長するかなと思っています。Persona 5, if you're interested, RPG style, very good in terms of maths, logical thinking. Very new game, Monster Hunter Rise, good for co-op ぐらいですね。co-op のためとか、お互いに頑張る、コミュニケーション力とか。そして、みんな知ってるかもしれないけど、ゼルダの伝説、The Legend of Zelda. Very good game for logical thinking and this kind of thing. And that is that. So, without further ado, let's do this. So I've developed a escape game. I really like escape games. I've done them in Japan and England as well. And I've done one purely in using Google tools. And we're going to go through that now. We're going to do it all together, hopefully. And I've done this with my students, but I've made a special version of it just for GEG Nagoya today. 脱出ゲームやります。これ全部 Google ツールで、作りました。これ生徒のために作っていたんですけど、今日特別 GEG 名古屋のための、特別バージョンを作ったので、みんな、視聴者も一緒にやりたいと思っています。とりあえず、以上で、Nate, would you like to share your screen?
Okay, now you want me to go to the slide deck that you've given me, right?
Yes, there should be 3 castles on it.
Yep, and I'm going to share the screen right now. And would you like me to click the present or?
You don't need to click the present. It's okay.
Okay.
So this is the first thing I would give students. これ最初生徒が見れるところです。3、4人グループでやると思っていますので、これ特別、the questions are special for GEG Nagoya, but the team have not seen this. まだ見たことないね。So maybe I put some horrible questions in. I don't think I have. I think I've put some good questions in. So we will have fun together. みんなまだ見たことないので、一緒に頑張りましょうか。Go for it.
Okay.
はい、yes.
Yes.
はい。
So as Nate can see, as everyone can see on the screen, which one of these castles are in Shiga Prefecture? So of course, you can Google. You can use your searching skills, or go for it. And then when you have an idea, have a discuss and think what you should do next.
Okay. So, all right, well, we can do this together then. If I've decided which one I want, もうどっちか決めればどうすればいいですか？
どうすればいいと思っていますか？So this is the part of the Just game.
Right. クリックをするじゃないかな。
Yeah.
Click on it and move. Is that okay?
Do whatever you like. This part,
Whatever
part I will not be. Yeah, do whatever you want. I've given you this environment. You can do whatever you want.
Okay, I'm just going to click on one and maybe I'll drag it. Oh, look at that. All right. Okay, いいのかな? So clicking and dragging. クリックとドラッグ。あ、これがなんかあります。じゃあ、これをクリックすればいいですかね。
好きなところも please just discuss as a team and you can go for it.
So クニエ、スティーブどうしますか？これもclick and drag、クリックしたけど、リンクがない。
Click or drag and drop. The other one was drag, so.
Okay. Oh, all right.
There, there.
All right. 下、リンクがありますね。There's a link here. Okay, so I'll click on that. Mr. Ramzi, is that okay?
You may do it. Usually, I don't give my students instructions at this stage, but you're quite quick,
great.
So
okay,
go for it.
All right. And now we're at a Google Sheet. じゃあ、リンクは Google シートになりました。
Yay!
So you've already もう突破しました。Already passed the first stage.
Okay, cool. Congratulations for getting this far. Open sheet 2 at the bottom of this page. Calculate the answer for each equation and find the largest value. And with that answer, okay, じゃあ、この、日本語では、このタブ、2番目のタブをクリックして、数学のものがあって、で、一番大きい感じ。Okay, hold on. 何かがあった。ちょっと見てみましょう。Find every Google CPD. There are great GEGs. Thank you. Yay! All right. So sheet 2, largest value. じゃあ、そういうことは Google シートを使って、
Okay.
すごい。
そうだね。
足し算しなきゃいけないと思いました。
そうですね。何をすればいいのかね。
いや、無理です。
Now we could go through and do every one, but we don't want to do that, right? We have to.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm not a sheets guy, but what we can do is I wonder, can we just Command D this if we?
Yeah.
That's not going to work. Command D.
So what you can do if you so this kind of thing I've already taught the students. So it's a bit mean, right? Because we haven't done it. But if you there's two ways you can go. You can use the sum function, or you can use that. I recommend using sum.
Yeah, if we right click, and that's I think because it's a plus question, right? So actually, the sum function would be right here.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Click there.
There you go.
Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, let's click on that and see. Whoa, losing my connection here. Hold on a sec. ちょっと待ってください、皆さん。Okay, let's undo that, see what happens. Hold on, let's click on sum.
So you can just do an equal, and then A1 plus C1.
Okay, and that would be this, right?
You don't even, and C1. There you go. There you go.
Yep, good. And so we can Command D, right? Yeah. Okay, let's go down here. That should work.
Right.
Groovy. And now we have the largest value, right?
Yes. So you need to find the largest value. So there's two ways you can do that as well. You can use another function. Yeah, you know what to do.
Yeah. All right. So let's go with max, right? Kuni-san, Steve-san, okay?
Where are you going to
Max.
Where are you going to put it?
You know what we could do, actually? We can go max, but what we could do too is put them in order, right?
Just sort high to low.
Yeah, right.
On the top of the column.
Where's the top of the column? Yeah, and then right there, right?
There you go. And then sort Z to A.
Yeah, Z to A. Yeah, because we want the highest, right?
There we go.
Okay, all right, there we go.
182. Well, it was very close.
So now it says, all right, so we're going back. We got the largest value with that answer. Behind every Google CPD, there are great GEGs. Can we click on this?
There we go. Or move it.
Yes, you can. I recommend go back to sheet 2 for 1 second.
Okay.
Just tell me what you think the largest value is.
The largest value. So we're not looking for the largest number. We're looking for the largest.
So もっと上あるよ。Just go up a little bit.
There it is.
Okay, good. Thank you.
I felt so proud of myself hiding links behind images, but you're just destroying. You're destroying. You're going through it. It's really good.
That's okay. No, but that's the fun part of it. Okay, let's click here. And what was that?
192. Yes.
192.
So ちょっとこれを紹介したいと思います。Let me do a bit of an introduction on this.
Okay.
So this is Google Colab. Google Colab is mainly used for a lot of machine learning and AI kind of work. For those who are familiar with Python, Jupyter, so it's like a Jupyter online-based workbook. However, it's really cool because it's web-based Python. No local install needed. I really love it. I've been working a lot with it recently. これは Google Colab というもので、その人工知能とかマシンラーニング について、まあ、ウェブベースで、まあ、いろんなプログラミングできます、Python で。そして JavaScript とかいろいろできるんですけど、すごくいいところは、ウェブベース。だから Python にインストールすることも必要ないし、リンクだけでいいと思っています。You also don't need to know any Python for this. Don't worry, I'm not that mean. The only thing I'll tell you is it says there, press the play button below, and you can see it. Yes, exactly. That's it.
Do we need to put the answer here first and then press play, or
press play? Press play.
See what happens. All right.
And then trust me. Don't worry. You can trust me. Don't worry. Nothing naughty. No bad links.してくださいね。
じゃあ、プレイをしました。
So, the really cool thing now is it's connecting to a computer at Google somewhere. If you're using one of their computers, you can see the RAM and disk on the top right. これはまあ、その Google のパソコンとつながって、まあいろいろできますんで、英語で書いてあるんですけど、input answer here, then press enter. その自分の答えをここで入力してください。で、さっきのシーツの192で、はい、どうぞ、press enter when you're done.
はいはいはい。
That's a link.
Let's hope it's right.
Let's Oshimashou, everybody.
Oshimashou. Let's push.
Let's push the button. Yeah. Click the link.
There we go. There.
Hey, you're there. もうちょっとですね。Okay, a mysterious pattern is carved on a stone monument on a small island that sinks into the sea when the tide rises. So patterns carved on a stone monument, a small island that sinks into the sea when the tide rises. It's said to represent the time when the island sinks into the sea. What time does the island sink into the sea? No, please enter the hour, a colon, then the minutes. Okay, so mysterious patterns carved on a monument represent the time when.
日本語読めましたか、国枝さん。読めましたか？
はいはいはい。何時何分ですか？何時何分でしょう。
Into the sea.
So it's the top 上の部分かもしれない。So 半分しかありません。
Time in the island says, what time does the island sink into the sea? Not the hour. So what time does it sink into the sea? What 192?
No, 192 は関係ない。
No, I'm thinking maybe he snuck something in there. じゃあどうやって決めるんだろうね、これ。
全くわかりません。
じゃあ何があって、fishing, crab.
Steve is on the right track.
Yeah,
not
I
far.
think it's the possibility is we just see the top half, and we don't see the bottom half, so we see the top of each number.
The top of each. Oh, right.
So like
okay.
eight, and then you see the colon. So it's like 8, and then colon, and then it could be a 2 and could be a 0. But I don't know how we zero in on the actual number.
Nope, and he's put it in. It's locked it, so
820.
Well, it looks like there's no red here. And with Google Forms, everybody, if you put a mistake in, if you've made this properly, that's exactly what happens is you can get a red thing here. So that's actually looking good. So it's just the top half we're looking. And the hint is this is open space. And that's where you went with that, Steve, right? じゃあ、押しましょう。
そう、その上の部分の数字だけで、反省してますね。だから8時20分入力しました。どうぞ。
はい。
Yeah.
あらま。
Right.
Oh, no.
You there?
I would like to give a big hint. If I may.
Okay.
You did get the question correct, but I was being a bit cheeky. ちょっとさっきは正しかったけど、ちょっとチーキな俺、生意気な俺、なんか。Try and put in the first answer you thought.
Oh.
No. But just before that.
The 830?
What's the error message?
It's a link.
今回はエレメッセージはまあ、リンクで。
じゃあ、これは言ったら、
Sounds like a good idea to me. いいと思います。
それがヒントになるとかね。
This time, just a bit naughty. Naughty way of using it.
いたずらだね。
いたずらが好きだから。これも同じ。Yes, just press the play button. You can ignore all that code. そのコード全部無視していいし、play で、はい、信頼してください。Please believe me. And then it's live right now connecting to a Google computer. So the first time you run it takes a bit of time, and now you're connected. So you have questions, and in the questions you do 1, 2, 3, 4. Just put in the number and press enter. In this one, please click the link.
You're cheeky. This is cheeky. I was reading up above. All right, so
Okay.
we just verify it's us. Yep. This is for security, everybody. Security のためになんかこういうことがあるから心配しない。Where did you find that?
We have 4 lovely people here. And the question, if you go back to it, says, please pick the coolest one. I'm going to say it's not a trick question. It's very simple. 一番かっこいいものを選んでください。1、小栗旬。2、今日のネートさん。3、ヒロアカのオールマイトさん、阿部寛。You should know the answer for this. You should know the answer.
Let's go with Oguri Shun. What do you think, Steve?
He's being nice to you, so okay.
Yeah. Okay, and now we have another one. Okay, so we can open that.
You don't need to click the link anymore. You don't need to click the link anymore. That's done. Yep. So now you're on number 2. What is the Japanese period? Yeah, just say you can see number 2 there. What's the Japanese period before Edo? Edo の前の時代は何でしたか? 安土物山、2、室町、3、鎌倉、4、Euclid. Euclid might be from a previous maths question, but anyway.
I should know this. I believe Muromachi. No, Azuchi Momoyama, I think.
Azuchi Momoyama.
Okay, good. We got it. All right.
Yep. Great. So finish the lyrics. 上を向いて食べよう遊ぼう寝ましょう歩こうどっちでしょう ?1, 2, 3, 4.
いいですか? When was Google founded?
Google 1から始まりました。開発しました。You just put in the number.
Yes. Number. Yep. Number. 結構96年か7年
You can always Google.
Oh, we can. Let's try though and see what happens. Kunie, Steve, what do you think? どうしましょう? 96年、97年。多分7年かな。本読んだ、去年。
私は探した。Google サーチしましたので。
スティーブは Google サーチ3番だ。はい、OK。98年だ。
すごい。
What was the largest number from the Sheets Challenge?
さっきのシーツのチャレンジで一番大きい数字は何でしたか? はい、3。
これ見たら、やっぱり3番だね。でも、たまのいいとは思い出すから。So, answer that. ラムジ先生に愛知県と言ってください。
愛
知見。正解 Congratulations, that's the end of the game. Done, finished. Yes, congratulations. That was a lot of fun to watch. 終わりました。
すごい。
So, もう終わりました。Thank you very much.
Alright, cool.
Yeah, that was great time. すごくいいタイムで終わりましたね。That was
We had fun.
I'm happy if you had fun. Let me do a quick recap, if that's okay.
Okay, and we've got as you guys chat, we got Carmen here mentioned a couple of things. Thanks for playing along with us, by the way, Carmen. That's totally cool. So you had to create a channel to type in the chat. That's kind of strange. Usually with YouTube, you can just comment if you're logged into your Google account. But hey, we got you. You're typing in, so thank you.
Yeah.
All right,
cool.
So Ramzi, do we have no, we're not sharing your screen anymore, right?
Not now, so please, if you can give me access to share the screen.
To share? Yep. And I'm going to go click add to stream. Okay, you're good to go.
Thank you. So as a quick recap as to what happened, this is in Google Slides. まとめます、今から。This is in Google Slides. And as, like, your knowledge is great. もうすぐにわかりましたね。これ彦根城です。こちら姫路だと思ってます。そして大阪城。If you pick the wrong one, you can get like a funny little link. That's a sign of disapproval, but you got it right the first time. 最初ね、正しく選択すると、よく生徒がクリックするだけだけど、drag and drop。すごく大事な。drag and drop。そして、ここまでいけました。で、ここもその、情報授業にすごく大事な、3合計。 そして sorting. You can do sorting. This is moving on to Google Sheets, which a lot of Japanese high school students, as I'm sure students around the world have to get familiar with in their computing or IT classes. It teaches about the different sheets in one file. いろんなシーツが一つのファイルにもあるし、そして効果的に efficiently how to do many sums, which was done great. You can do the plus. You can also do sum as Nate was about to do. You can use sum as well. You can do the sorting. The only difficult thing about sorting is it can be weird sometimes with numbers. So, because they're A to Z, you can go into a different place to do it. It's a max, you're going to use the function max. 最大。function もあるし、それでも簡単にできます。その192で、with this 192, we go into here. その最大、計算すると、C1 に戻って、ちょっと英語だけど、behind every Google CPD, there are great GEs. 正しいと思いますけど、この behind は裏意味もあるし、本当に裏っていう意味で、ポン、もう一つのリンクがあります。これは Google コラボです。実は個人的に、Python について、Python プログラミングでもすごく、これで教えるのは大好きです。I really like using this to teach Python, especially in school. But you don't need to know programming, you just need to know how to run the program. プログラミングする必要はないし、生徒も、先生方も、プレイバートのだけで、こうなります。1回目だとその Google のパソコンとつながってるからちょっとだけ時間がかかる。んで、please input your answer here. 間違えると、例えばね、2。クリックすると全部、リンクが、開けない。You can't open any of the other links. You have to do the correct answer, which was 192. There are some wrong correct answers, but the chance of you getting that's quite low. For those who are interested, this works by kind of looping over this list of 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. It goes through it again and again and again, the amount of times you put here. だからこの回数で、このリストで繰り返して、正しいリンクを最終的に選択することができます。それは興味がある人だけに説明します。So you click the link. They went here correctly. A fun little riddle. これよく情報の授業に使っているし、その論理的な頭を作ろう。It's very important to develop a logical way of thinking, a logical brain, thinking outside the box, especially in computing classes. So I like using riddles. The naughty thing about this one, ちょっと生意気なところは、正しい答え入力するとエラーが出ます。このエラーはその次のリンクです。正しいところ。So you have to get the answer right to get an error. And then you go there, and then it's just a quiz at the end. And 答えは実はここにあります。The answers are actually inside here, but it's very difficult to read. 暗号みたいね。簡単な暗号。Very, very simple method for encrypting, so that even if the answers are here, the students can't look at it and guess the answer. I'm going to get the answers wrong. So I'm going to say Ogudishin is cooler than Nate, which is not true, as much as I like Ogudishin. Ogudishin のネイトよりかっこいい。全部ミスで入力します、今から。for 例えば、上向いて食べよう。上向いてチキン食べよう。いいなと思ってます。When was Google founded? 1996, let's say. What was the largest number for? これ全部間違ってます。で、暗号も間違ってます。全く意味ない言葉です。いつ、朝、how、すを言って。だから正しい答えじゃないと、その暗号の意味わからない。If you don't put the correct answers in, that's it. So that's a quick run through of the game. Please let me share.
I'm just putting the link.
Oh, yes, please.
Can I put it? All right. So everyone, here is a link to how to do this from Ramzi. He took the time to put this together for you. Gajan, I'll just say, made a comment. He said, "My mind is blown." So yeah, you got some inspiration happening there. コメントのところで、Ramzi さんが作ってくれたGoogle ドライブフォルダ、How to。どうやって自分で作れることが説明してありますから、ぜひ入れてください。
すごい。
お願いします。If I could grab the screen again for just some
Please
final words on
do.
it, and I'll be done to answer any questions or anything. Thank you very
Okay,
much.
so let me get
Oh,
rid of the
I don't want
banner
to share it.
there.
Don't want to share. Yeah, I don't. どこにいますか? もういないんだよ. My head is now GEG Nagoya. But it's
Yeah, we
okay.
gotta. Who put the banner in there? Let's comments here. Let's get rid of that. Here we go.
Can you guys can see my screen?
Yep.
Great. So as a quick summary, this has used slides, sheets, collab forms, and Google Photos to get that lovely picture at the end. I do like Google a lot, and I think it's just very good, especially a lot of it's web-based, easy to share. It depends a lot on the school environment that you have, but if you are lucky enough to be able to use Google tools at school, I think it's a lot easier for the teachers, and you can do a lot of fun things like this, no matter the hardware of the students, which is why I really like it. まあ、今日はね、いろいろ使いました。全部 Google の中です。Google for Education の、G Suite for Education のいろんな、プログラム使いました。スライド、シーツ、コラブ、その Python で、まあ、してる方は Jupyter Notebook してる方、まあ、それと、まあ同じです。Forms、そして Google フォトで、その立派なネートの写真を最後のところにアップしていただいた。
言い過ぎ
じゃない。もう、でも本当に、まあ、もし先生方、が、まあ、Google の機能を使える、まあ、授業の中に使えたらもうすごく便利だと思っています。そしてどんな機能でも、どんな機械でもね、生徒のパソコンでも Mac でも Chromebook でも、Windows でも、まあ、Linux でも、全部、もう Web ベースだから簡単に使えると思っています。もう本当に今便利だと思っています。そして、まあ、全体、I'll go back to English. Overall, I believe this teaches digital literacy. So there's some research the students can do for the castles. I had to do some research to make the questions, using links, inputting data into Colab, using sheets. So we've got some sorting in there. We've got some basic functions, some basic additions, and doing things efficiently. As you guys said correctly, yes, we can work them all out one by one, but we don't have time for that. And running Python code in Python Jupyter Notebook, I really like this. I try to do a lot of Python, and this I think is I'm going to put a lot more effort into Google Colab and logical thinking, thinking outside the box. この教材ね、この脱出ゲームがデジタルリテラシー、そのパソコンの簡単な、まあ、基本な使い方、教えていると思っています。リンクの使い方とか、データ入力、検索の仕方、いろんなすごく大事な、まあ、スキル、教えていると思っています。Google Sheets、まあ、Excel でね、並び替える、そして教えないといけない合計 equals sum、そして、まあ、簡単な、まあ、足すとか、計算とか、そして効果的にやります。私個人的に、やっぱり10時間かかったから、よく頑張ったなっていうより、もうちょっと、まあ、効果的に頑張って、効果的にこの課題をやって、それでいろんな、まあ、他のこととか、他の宿題とか、他の、まあ、ことできるから、まあ、とりあえず効果的にやりましょう。っていうことを、まあ、よく生徒に、教えています。そして、まあ、Python コードを実行すること、そして Web ベースで、そして最後、論理的な、まあ、考えることと考え方。As a quick, I keep saying quick a lot, as a medium length, add-on, どんな教材にも応用できる。It's very adaptable. This is the original, actually, for maths. So this was the first question I gave my math students. I'm so happy because it looks like a smiley face. And my math students should know, and I pray that they know that this is x squared. So they'll move the x squared over. And what I actually did for the sheets is logarithms. So just some mathematical logarithms. However, I am lucky enough to teach in the library. So with that number, instead of putting that into a collab, they go to the book with that number, and they can go speak to the librarian, and they can see inside there will be a QR code, and that takes them to the form actually. And then this is just some examples of the final Google form. It's mathematical, so it'll be a link of a mathematical equation. It'll be the inverse. Who is this person? It'll be a mathematician. Which one of these is Archimedes' constant? It would be pi. Things we've done in class. So you can really, you can adapt this to your learning. これはね、どんな教材にも 応用できるということは、これ最初は数学でやりました。数学の授業で。やっぱり、私の生徒がすごく頑張ってくれたし、やっぱり、楽しい授業やりたいなと思ってます。毎回楽しいけど、特に楽しい授業やりたかったんです。で、すごく嬉しいよっていう左上の画像があって、これは、x、非常に x スクエアの、グラフだから、その裏に正しいリンクがあります。そして、この右側にはログです。ログです。ログリズム。実は、一室の中には、自動的にできます。イコールログ、多分ベースと、ナンバーだと思うけど、自動的にできて、そして、私すごくいいところは、授業が、図書館の中、学校の図書館の中だから、その数字で、この場合は14だけど、見づらいかもしれないけど、14で、14っていう、つけてる本、学校の中につけてる本の、中には QR コードがありました。それで、次のチャレンジです。そして、最後のコラボのクイズは、数学についての質問です。実は皆さんが、さっきネートをシェアしていただいたリンク、ネート先生がシェアしていただいたリンクが、これ全部入ってますので、自分のコピーを作って、自分の好きな質問を作ってください。ということで、私、これで終わりたいと思いますけど。Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'm happy to. Thank you. That's it.
よかったです。
素晴らしい。
いやー
面白いですよね、本当に。
はい。
That's very cool, very
よか
cool.
ったです。
And using the different tools and all the, the thinking and that. We're going to move to our next part of what we do. It's a short little section where our guest speaker shares at length, but then we have the three GEG leaders. We share something really short but very cool with you, right? So let me just add the. All right, so. 次はデモンスラムですけど、これは画面の広がらないんだけど、we have Kunie going to talk about some quick access to your Google tools. Steve will talk about Zoom and Kahoot, which is Zap, and then I'll talk about Flippity. So let me stop sharing my screen. 次は短くデモンスラムします。まずはKunieさん。
はい。じゃあ、シェア、これでいいか。じゃあ共有します。すいません。今日は、見えますか？
見えます。
はい。すぐに、シート、ドキュメントのシートを出したいときに、すいません。
日本語になってます。Oh, we've just lost. Oh, there we go. Okay.
doc.new とやると、違う、押し間違い。すぐできるはずなのできない。
There you go.
doc.new とドキュメントの新しいシーツが出てくる。それから、シート、シーツ .new ってやると、シートの、違う。
So what Kunie-san is showing everybody, just 英語に繰り返しますので, if at the top in your Omnibox, that place where you type the URL, that's actually called the Omnibox. If you go there and you type docs.new or sheets.new, then what's going to happen is an automatic, new copy is going to open for you.
そうすると、新しい、スプレッドシートが開くみたいな感じで、はい、以上です。
はい、お疲れ様です。
すごいですね。
Alright, Steve. Yeah, それが早い。時間かからない。早い。It's fast, really quick. Alright, Steve, you're up. Go ahead, share your screen and tell us about.
Actually, mine is more. I don't even need to share a screen. It's more of a. If you've wanted to use Kahoot during the pandemic, it's very difficult because the students need to have the question screen and the answer screen. And if they're using a cell phone, it doesn't work. And techie as I am, sometimes I didn't even try it. But Kahoot is coming out Zoom is coming out with what they're calling Zoom apps or Zap. And companies are writing programs for the Zap that runs during a Zoom meeting. So they have like Box and Dropbox, and among them is Kahoot. And all you need to do is slide in the link for your Kahoot into a Zap, and the code and the participants see it on their screen. They don't have to do anything else, apparently. And apparently they're putting out a call for people to write Zaps that will run under Zoom. So it's forthcoming, but I saw it. I thought, I wish it were here now. So I thought I would share something for people to watch out for.
Do we have a link where you could pop in the comments by any chance?
Yeah, I do.
Or was
I'll
that
be one of the first on that? That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
And I can't. There we go. I can post a comment. This is just a link.
Steve さんが言ったのは、Zoom と Kahoot、2つの違う会社なんですけど、これから、Kahoot と Zoom が、アプリ、Zap という、いろんなアプリを作って、で、そのアプリの中で、その使い方がもっといろいろができるようになるので、まだ発表してないんですけど、スティーブさんが、リンクをコメントに入れたので、ぜひチェックしてください。
はい。
All right. So the last one is me, and I've got to share the screen for this one. まずは英語にしますけど、その後は日本語で繰り返します。So flippity.net. We'll put a link, maybe Stephen or Kunie could put a link in. Flippity is, some person out there has created all these different kinds of learning games, even things like timelines. And basically, they're made with a Google Sheet. So let me quickly show you what you can do. And I shamelessly have this on my website. And there's a video here that teaches you how to do it. So, for example, if we want to check this Forgers to Civilization. Now, Ramzi put some history questions in his games there because he knows I'm a history teacher. Okay, so this is kind of like a flashcard. So, a forger, let's see, a forger, someone who has to walk around looking for food. They don't grow their own food. They find it naturally. And I click on it, and there's my flashcard. So, flashcard's not really a game. It's good for practice. Let me show you a quiz show. So this is just like Jeopardy. So let's say, let's go for a question. I put the students in teams, and let's see, Mr. Gildart, let's do UN General for 100. In what city is the United Nations headquartered? They would say New York, and then I tap on it. Yes, it is. So I give 1 point to team number one, get the ding, and I tap again. And then the next student debating in the UN, or a minimum number of delegates needed to be present for a committee to meet. 2/3. Let's see, 1/3. Oh, you didn't get it. Oh, too bad. Okay, so anyway, that's the quiz show. And one more. I like this vocabulary. They've got there's a few here you can look at. But for example, here. You get the one that's unlocked, so you click on number 1 or whatever. The ability to get people to behave in certain ways. All right, so maybe it's coercion. Oh, I didn't unlock it. Let's see. Let's go with authority. Oh, maybe it's power. Okay, I got it right. So then I go back, and I do my next one. Okay, so these were all made with this using Google Sheets. So, for example, the quiz show, I can do a demo, I can do a template, or I can get the instructions, but you just have to click on the template, and you make a copy. Here we go, making a copy. And then I change the information here. So I just change the information, and let's wait for this to load. And everything here in Flippity is made with Google Sheets. And then right here is the link. So all I have to do is click. So I change my information, click on the link, and this is my link right here. So I share this with my students. That's all I do. Change the information, share the link. じゃあ、すごい簡単に繰り返したいと思いますけど、じゃあこのゲームはGoogle シートを基づいて作られてるんですけど、クイズショー、先に見せました。クイズショーとか、 語彙の勉強とか、ビンゴゲームとか、いろいろありますから、ぜひ自分で見てください。で、作り方はものすごい簡単で、先に見せたようなテンプレートのところを押して、で、自分のテンプレートを作ったら、その内容を直して、で、2つ目のタブをクリックしたら、このリンクだけを生徒たちと共有する。それはすごい簡単でしょうね。で、作り方は分かりたい人がいたら、これはビデオ、YouTube でチュートリアルがあります。If you want to learn how to do this, here's a tutorial video, and then you can, play along yourself. So, just put those in there. And slam, we're done. So let's wrap things up here. Yeah, flippity 大好きなんですよ。
使いたい。I want to use it.
Yeah, well, just small.
All right, so let me share my screen here again. Sorry. じゃあ、そろそろ終わりますので、次のイベントをどうぞ、国枝さん。
はい、次回のイベントは、5月の 26?5 月の満月にまた会いましょう。26日の9時からです。今度はプロジェクトベースの学習、ビデオプロジェクトとその有効性について、野沢和則先生にお話をしていただきます。はい。
Steve!
あれ
Steve いなくなった。Okay, so in May, our next Moonlight Sessions will be on May 26th. It's a Wednesday, again at 9 o'clock. We try to keep these to half an hour, but when we got really cool stuff like Ramzi just showed us, we let it go. So it'll be project-based learning, video projects and their effectiveness, and that's from Professor Kazunori Nozawa, going to be sharing with us. So we're also looking at an online pub night, and we've decided it's difficult to get the time, but we finally figured out Friday, June 25th, we're going to have an online pub night. We will ask participants to join us, and hopefully we'll have a pretty picture here on the right to show you. すみません、日本語で繰り返してください。
はい。6月の、ムーンライトすいません。セッションは、パブナイトをします。この時だけはちょっと時間が8時から10時ってことですので、よろしくお願いします。
Yep, and this is going to be our Moonlight session for the weekend, by the way.
Yes.
Yes, it's a Moonlight session for June. It's going to be a 2-hour pub night, so the time's a little different. And we want you all to join us. So please remember Asia, GEG Asia Pacific Connect. Please have a look for them. はい、すみません、グリさん。
はい、じゃあまた GEG のAPAC の方もよろしくお願いします。
はい、で、7月の頭ぐらいに、また大きいオンラインイベントをやりますから、ぜひ、ソーシャルメディア見てください。We'll be putting this on social media. In July, we'll have another online event all across Asia Pacific in at least 10 different languages. So, we give the last word to Ramzi.
先生、ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
このイベントに参加しても光栄です。Thank you very much for having me. It was, I hope it was useful to some people, and I look forward to tuning into future Moonlight Sessions. 本当に、心からありがとうございます。ここまで、聞いていただいた方、ありがとうございました。今度の名古屋のイベントも一緒に会うかもしれないので、よろしくお願いいたします。
はい、
よろしくお願いします。
ありがとうございます。
We had a couple of little things going on there. We lost Steve for a minute and had a bit of screen share and stuff. But Duke says, great job, Ramzi. We will.
Oh, thank you, Duke.
So we look forward to seeing everybody. Thanks so much, everyone. We will see you next time.
はい、ではさようなら。
ありがとうございました。さようなら。
おやすみなさい。
Thanks, Gajen. See you soon.